Here back at the 910 4BT conversion. And the next order of business is this hydraulic pump. I don't have the engine here to show you, but this bolts into the same location that, say, on a Dodge pickup your power steering pump would bolt into, or in a 5-ton truck it would be your air compressor. So we need to make this fit in that location. Now this is a SAE-B bolt pattern or mount pattern, so that fits in there no problem. So luckily that's good, because that's one less thing to worry about. But this gear doesn't match up. Now it's not supposed to come off that easy. It has already been pulled off once. But actually I'll get the Cummins gear and I'll show you that before I start explaining stuff. It'll be a little bit more clear then. Yeah, where did I put that? Oh, there he is. Yeah, this is my parts collection. There's a bit of everything up here. Cans, oil, airplane landing gear, wheels, airplane skis, Jeep windshields, all kinds of paraphernalia. That's my air compressor. It's up here out of the way. A little bit quieter. This kind of dark. That's all hydraulics there: pumps, hoses, valves, motors, you name it. Yeah, just a bunch of junk. Sure that don't fall. Not the fastest latch in the world, but it works. Keeps the heat in. Okay, here we go. So this is the power steering pump. Fucking something in my throat, don't mind that. But anyways, this is the power steering pump off of my Cummins engine. The one's in my 75 F250. I put air compressor on there, so I don't need it. So what I'm going to do is rob this gear and do whatever we got to do to the taper to fit on this shaft. As you can see, not that far off, honestly, but it's not correct. The diametral pitch isn't the same. Well, that's kind of right and wrong what I just said. I'm not 100% sure, but I would think most everything on Cummins is metric, so I believe their gear would be a module gear, which is the metric term for the pitch, the size of the teeth, whereas Cat is most definitely standard, or SAE, and they use diametral pitch. That's what it's called. But now the 3204 is built in Japan, so who knows, it might be metric, might be standard, but they are off. So we're going to pull this gear off, see what we got to do to get it on here. Actually, before I pull this off, I got to clean this up and get a measurement from this face to that face, so I can make it the same on this pump. And as you can see, the mounting pattern is same thing. And actually, I'll show you where it goes, just make things a bit easier. It's snowing today. It's actually warm today. It's only like minus 15 or something. that's where it bolts in right there. That's the upper bolt and the lower bolt down there. Like I said, I got an air compressor and the power steering pump is right there on the back. So that's where that 2-section hydraulic pump off Caterpillar got to go. And once I get this done, I gotta go plowing snow. So I'm going to pull this gear off. I'm going to measure it first, then pull it off, and we'll be back. Measure this gear depth now, see what we got. This is just a stare at number 440 depth micrometer. Basically all you do with this, get it flat, get all shit out the face. No, this depth is not super critical, but you should always try to get stuff as close as you can. Okay, inch and 230, no, inch and 212. I don't know if you can see that or not. So 1 and 212. Write that down so don't forget it. Inch 212. Okay, now we can haul that off. Yeah. Now, figure the puller set up for this. I found this puller in my toolbox. It's an OTC puller. Shaft is bent, it's mushroomed out. I don't know where it came from, but it's fitting a hell of a lot better than that 3-jaw did. So I had a washer put between that and the shaft, so hopefully it doesn't screw nothing up. See what happens. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. That's interesting. It's open bearings. If I known that, I probably would have been storing this a little bit better. I don't know if them specs are rust or yeah. I think. Yep, that's rust starting. So yeah, if you got one of these, oh Lord Jesus. You can read that, you're doing better than me. But if you got one of these pumps, it's a ZF pump actually, you can see it casted in there. If you got one of them, you should probably store it better than I am. Yeah, that's the... Uh-oh. Shit. Shit. Okay, so, bad news. That was supposed to be smaller than that one. Apparently, my buddy didn't measure it very well. Oh no. Wait. Yep. I'm just an idiot. So, that's not good. We're supposed to bore that one out the same as that one. Back at this again today. As you seen the other day, or earlier in this video. That's the cat one. That's the Cummins. don't fit. Way too loose, too big. So, I talked about taking the center out of this one, putting it in this gear, or figuring something like that out. Instead, we got this one now. That's the power steering pump, vacuum pump, drive gear. Out of the, at least, I know for second gen Dodges, but it might be on the first gen too as well. Actually, I think this one's at the first gen. But as you can see on that, it's a straight bore. It's a press fit on the vacuum pump. So, same guy supplied the flywheel housing and the flex plate that we butchered. I also hauled that off one of his engines, so he's supplying all kinds of parts. I thought I was going to get the donated gear to the project, but apparently not. But it's got a nice small bore, smaller than the cat bore, as you can see. So this I can work with. There's not quite a lot of thickness there to work with for the taper. So when I install this, what I'm actually going to do is gosh, I forgot what I was going to do. Yeah, I'm going to put it this way out, same as what it was on the Dodge, because this way to get my gear depth, bore this out more to give me a little bit bigger of a taper. Every little bit is going to help here. If I flip it this way, I'm up on the smaller part of the shaft, so it's smaller. So I'm going to go this way and pour that out. I'll show you in a bit here how I'm going to measure this and figure out what I got to bore this out to. So I'm going to get some stuff ready, some measuring tools out, piece of paper and a pen, and I'll be back. Okay, here's what I got going on. We know from this face to the top of the gear, got to be inch and 212 thousandths. This recess here where the gear dips in, that's 120 thousandths. So inch and 212 subtract 120, it's 1.092. So that's how high the gear needs to sit. From here to this shaft, that's where this taper's going to stop. Bottom size, the one I'm more concerned about, this gear is 710 thou thick, so same thing, do the math, you get 502 thou. So from this face to the bottom of this gear on this shaft, it's going to be 502 thousandths. So what I've done for 502, or sorry, for inch and 92 thou, adjustable parallels, set it using a depth mic. Yeah, and then I don't know if you can see it, there's a little scribe mark there that shows the top where my taper's going to end. And for the lower mark there, that one's 502 thou. Same thing, parallel, another depth mic just for video purposes. And this fight on a bit different. Put it here, that's not a machine surface, it's rough as hell, so it's not good to measure off of. So I actually almost laid that there like that, or other way. This is set to 502 thou, that's set to 502 thou. So you got two positions there. And same thing, right at the bottom of this, there's another scribe mark there. So I've done that on both sides. Now what I can do is to get, when I push this in the lathe, I'm going to be boring it out from this side. So this will be the large end, that'll be the small end. I'm going to come in and cut it this way. So I need to know roughly the diameter of this on the large end for when I got to stop. That'll give me my correct depth. I haven't measured that yet, I'm going to now. But we know where this gear got to stop on the shaft. So I'll be really careful. This is not dead nuts perfect either.
There's probably a whole bunch of math and equations and stuff like that you can do, but 840 thou. So when I get close to 840 thou, what I'm going to start doing is this pump don't weigh nothing. It's pretty light, so I can take this. When lathe or gear's in the lathe, I'll take it, stick it in, and devise some way to measure it. Actually, okay, yeah. I should be able to take a larger adjustable pair. Actually, no, this one here might do it. I'm not going to screw it now, but I should be able to cinch that up. And when this, well, it won't be that measurement. It'll be 500 or an inch and 212. So I'll set this to inch and 212, and I'm going to put it in the lathe. If this is flush with the top of the gear, it's good. I'll take the gear out of the lathe then, bolt it on, and away we go. So I'll get this gear put in the forge eye chuck. I already set the compound angle. I took that on my phone yesterday with a video. So I'll put that clip in now after this, and you'll see that while I'm setting this up.
I got the original cat gear in the lathe truck here now. It's dialed up on center. And I got a start last word test indicator in the tool post. And you can see on early in the video, I measured the taper with the protractor, and I said it was 3.5. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's right around 3.5. So I guess my protractor's right. So the idea of doing it this way is once that indicator touches, I'll zero it so it's okay. A little easier to follow. But as you travel that in, it stays at 0. And if you go completely in, you'll see that it'll fall off the other edge. Right there. Go back. And with the test indicator, you always get a little bit of deviation in your measurement, whether you're going forward or backwards. So if you're taking measurement, always try to go the same direction. And that goes forward and backwards and side to side, because these are like super touchy. So if it goes moving to side or the drag in the different directions affects your reading. So be wary of that. You might get 0 going in and you get -1 or -2 coming out, or you might get +1 or +2 depending on how your indicator is acting up. So yeah, the compound is now set at the same taper as the cat gear, which is the same taper as the Cummins gear as well. It's just the cat one is smaller in diameter. So I'm going to pull that out. We don't need that anymore. That's the only thing I had to do with that gear, is just to get my measurement, or not my measurement, but my degree set on the compound. I could have done that with the Cummins gear, but like I said, I only measured it with a little protractor. I didn't do anything fancy, so we know that gear fits the shaft good, so it's best to copy that gear instead of the Cummins one. So get the gears changed over and start cutting.
Three and a half thou. Now we're back to 2. This might make some people cringe, but I'm gonna see, sometimes it's always not best to use a dead blow or a soft blow hammer. I find you got to get a good smack with them in order for them to do anything, and a good smack is hard to get precision. All peen. 1.5 thou. So, down there. Go back to the bore. And we're at 2 thou. Wrong way. Okay, better than what we were first time around. Make sure all the jaws are tight. This glare is killing me. And it does work. See, I'm moving the cross slide. So that's 0. Now we can do some cutting. Cutting now. Remember the large end of this taper got to be 840 thou, which is 21.34 millimeters. This bore as it is right now is 15.82. So I'll do the calculation on that and see where we gotta go, or see how much bit they got, I should say. So 21.3, 21.34, subtract 1582, 5.52 millimeters. So I'll 0 on this, and we'll start cutting metal till we get around there. Now I'm really glad this is not fucking cast iron. A little bit more. You guys can't see what I'm doing, so you're gonna have to take my word for it, but I'm butting that up against the face. This is 1 and 2/12. I'm butting up against the face, so I'm just eyeballing it to make sure it's close. Gear depth is not super critical on this. I know I keep saying that a lot in this project, but this gear is only, what did I say it was? 710 thou. The gear that this runs off of is the camshaft gear. The camshaft gear and the crankshaft gear is way wider, and this rides pretty well in the middle of it, so it can move in and out quite a bit actually, and you'll still get full engagement on this gear. But I'm picking the measurement that Cummins is using just because. Well, yeah. Take another, that was 10, I'll take 0.05 millimeters. Test fit it again and take another 0.05 if we got that. So, so 0.05, 0.06. The graduations on this dial are 0.02, which is less than a thousandth. So, pretty accurate. That's it. I don't know if this is going to cut this or not. Oh boy, there we go. Not a chance. Not a chance. What's this? 120. 120 is not bad. There, not going to cut me. Inside sharp, but there's nothing to do with that. If you guys can see that or not. Finish came out really good. Okay, back to the bench. Gears on. Fits really good. Seated nice. Now to the under. On average it out a little bit. Yeah. Face is not perfect. I don't even think, I suppose, yeah, it's machined. But I don't know if you can see that. That's 2 and 13 and a half. We're shooting for 2 and inch and 212. And over here, a couple tenths under inch and 212. So fact that I just eyeballed that up against the parallel, I'm surprised actually that I got that close. Yeah. Only problem is now. Yeah, see. Give it a good whack. Stays on there, so taper's good. Only problem is now, if anyone's paying attention, that's not going to bottom out. So what I got to do now is machine a little spacer going there underneath the nut. And that's it. So probably make that out of, I don't know. I think I got some nice 1.25" stock here. I'll make it out of that. So I'll show you that. These lathe files got a safe edge, there's no teeth on them. Hey. It's that way, but not that way. Perfect. There she was, done. Put a nice coat of paint on that now to take up any gear lash. I'm just don't fucking do that, God's sakes. Well, that's how you make Cummins gear fit on a cat hydraulic pump. And I know someone's probably going to say there's not a lot of meat there or whatever, but it's the exact same thing Cummins did. It's the same thread size nut. Well, it's a lock nut, so it's not going to thread on all the way, but if anything, as you can see, their hole is almost the same as the outside diameter as this. There's very, and there is no washers. There never was. See something now. Yep, that's smaller than that hole, so this is good. Only problem is, throw that away. Oh, maybe it's not the same. Okay, this might be metric, considering that's made in Germany. Because originally on the cat gear, you had this flat and lock, I guess you call it a lock washer. Anyways, that went on there, and then you'd hammer this up over to capture your nut. So yeah, that would bend up and keep the nut from backing off. So we don't have that. I guess he's gonna have to get a lock nut. Jesus. One of these days I'll learn how to put a nut on. What the fuck? There we go. Anyways, yep. That's done.